What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Doing a little Monday Night Football watch along. Chiefs, Eagles. Trying to get a new way to watch it to work. Isn't working. You know how that goes. Because, of course, it isn't. Why would it work? But we got the old way up, so I can talk you through it, even though we're running a little bit behind. Rainy night in Kansas City. Jer 5930. I wonder who that is with the follow. What's going on, buddy? How are you? I hope you're good. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if you're actually on Twitch or you just hopped on because of already a sack. Or if you just hopped on because you saw the tweet, but I appreciate you for jumping in. How you been, man? What's going on? How's life? How you living? All right. Fourth and 15. All right. Now I'm finally up to speed. Eagles get a quick 3 and out, man. It's the way you want it. So I am unabashedly rooting for the Eagles in this one. Not only for my Buffalo Bills, but also because fuck the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Like, why would you root for the Chiefs? Hell of a NFL week yesterday. Felt like everything was pretty much as expected. I didn't think there was anything crazy going on. I think it was all kind of leading up to this game. But, of course, we'll go through and talk about each of the games individually. Big weekend for the AFC playoff race, I think, is the main takeaway that I had. Ooh, Arrowhead is loud right now. This Eagles offense isn't quite as much of a running offense. They start with a run there, but isn't quite as much of a running offense as they were last year. A little bit more pass heavy, I feel like. But I think they might try to pound the rock tonight, seeing as the weather is the way it is. We'll see. They definitely have the ability to do it. I mean, that offensive line is just monster. And I like the Chiefs' defensive line. 2 runs to start. 3rd and 5. I like that Chiefs' defensive line a lot, but kind of feels like it might be a knockdown, drag out kind of game. We'll see. Hurts just dancing around back there. Come on, man. I mean, his eyes weren't even downfield. He was just dancing, trying to avoid the rush. I mean, I get it. They're all over you, but either make the decision to run or you got to keep your eyes downfield, you know? So 2 3 and outs to start the game. Eagles winning the field position battle, but I feel like that's just not going to matter too much tonight. I feel like it is going to be Just a sloppy, ugly game, and then when you get to it, you're gonna end up with a big play somewhere, making the difference between the two teams. You know what I mean? Oh, Jerry, you have not been paying attention. If you're not sure about that, because there has been a lot of reporting about how not only is Taylor Swift in the stands, but Taylor Swift's parents are meeting Travis Kelce's parents for the first time. It's a big day, big night. Not just because of Monday Night Football. Big night. Oh, man. You know, I talked on my pregame show a little bit, Jer, about how I feel like it does matter just a little bit. Like they put up the stats of Travis Kelce when she's there and when she's not. And I don't think it matters when she's there and when she's not, but like everybody knows what it feels like to get the girl. You had a little extra swag. You know what I mean? Like when you finally pulled it, it was like, yeah, bro, I got it. Now imagine it's the most eligible billionaire on the planet. You know what I mean? Like, dude has to be walking around like I'm swinging a hammer, bro. What do you want? You know? So ain't no doubt he's feeling himself a little bit, right? He's got to be, of course. You don't pull any better than that. So she is an Eagles fan. Has been. Is an Eagles fan. I believe she grew up in Philadelphia as a kid and then moved to Nashville. So, yes, is an Eagles fan. But I think it's helpful that her boyfriend's brother plays for them. But, yeah, an interesting dynamic, no doubt. Yes, sir. All right. As always, we'll go through and run down the entire NFL week. Um, they're showing off now how the top record in each conference is the matchup that we're watching right now, and it's amazing how. I mean, I thought the AFC was going to be tough this year, but it's amazing how many teams in the AFC have losses, kind of built up that I wasn't really expecting. You know. There you go. There's your shot of Mama Kelsey. Dingleberry, what's up, man? I had to. I'm here to bring up the fact that Allen had 10 for 116 and a tutty. Allen, Josh Allen. Josh Allen had way more than that. What are you talking? Oh, Keenan Allen. Oh, Dingleberry. Oh my goodness. Are you really here to gloat about a loss to the Packers? I thought you were here to get on me about Josh Allen. I was like, bro, it was a whole lot more than 10 for 116 and a tutty. Yeah, your elite wide receiver who led them to a 20-23 loss to the Chargers. I'm just saying, Dingleberry. I just your obsession with Keenan Allen is just really weird to me. I just don't get it. He's a very good wide receiver. I've done it on this very broadcast before. Name 10 wide receivers I'll take over Keenan Allen. So, you know. Oh, the Chiefs are rolling a little bit here. Couple good runs and they got another first down. We will focus on tonight. Yeah, nice easy win for your Niners. I didn't get to watch too much of it, but Kadarius Toney running the ball. Yeah, let's open this up. I'm down for there being a bunch of scoring. I just didn't think there would be. So I'm fine if that happens too. Some short passes. I don't. The weather doesn't look that bad. It looks like it's like spitting. I need Mahomes to lay an egg. Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. How many points can you give up to him? It's just moist. Moist doesn't bother me as much as most people, Jer. Some people very upset about the term moist. I'm fine with it. Jer, when we played, did you prefer rain games or snow games? They were talking about that earlier today. I feel like I feel like you hated both of them, to be completely honest. But the worst one I can remember, and I'm pretty sure you were on the team for it. I don't think it was freshman year. I know you hated both. You're such a bitch. 3rd and 7. Big play here because if you stop them, you force a long field goal try from Butker here, and it is in the weather not a guarantee. Clockwise, I'm at 8:24. Dingleberry, 8:20 now. 19, 18, 17, 16. Just right at the line. It looks like it's good, but we'll have to see. Yeah, Dingleberry got a new way to watch, so I'm hoping that it does look like a generous spot. You're right about that. I got a new way to watch, so I'm hoping that I'm at least with you, if not in front of you now. Um, First down. Hey, Jer, watch your mouth. No, the reason I'm behind Jer is because of the delay on Twitch. But I was before also watching a delayed feed. And so I was like delayed twice. So I was like 2 or 3 plays behind people. So yeah, I'm going to be, there's like a 10-20 second delay on Twitch that's going to put me behind you a little bit. Um, Jay, the worst game I remember, because we had a couple bad ones. We had that Devlin game that was like feet of snow. That's what I. Yes, you knew. Summit, dude. That Summit game was the worst game I've played in my entire life. There was a Bear Creek game when we were playing midget that was terrible too. That was cold and snowy, but that sleet Summit game was the worst game I played in my whole life. I'm so glad you had the same one. Oh, it was fucking freezing. Oh my god. And it was worse because it wasn't snow. Oh, let's go. Let's get a little scoring. Let's do the thing. Yeah, what was that? Sophomore year, Jer? Up at Summit? God, that was brutal. That was so bad. Oh, it was the worst game. Yeah. Yeah, that was terrible. I can't believe you had this. 20 years later, I can't believe you had the same exact memory as I did. That's so funny. Oh. Big if you can hold them to 3 here as the Eagles. Like I said, no points are going to be guaranteed here. So this field goal isn't even a gimme, but um, I think just slowing them down a little bit. Did he Dingleberry? How about that? I bet you he didn't would be my guess. But, Allen is elite, but not with a K in front of his name. Why can't you just accept that he's one of the best 15 people in the world at his job? You know what I mean? Like that's great, dude. That's great. 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Do you know how much I'd love to be one of the best 15 people in the world at my job? Do you know how much I'd get paid if I was one of the best 15 best people in the world at my job? I don't care. I don't care if you're a grout layer or whatever, man. Like, you a chef, work at McDonald's. You're one of the best 15 people in the world at it. You're going to make some money. Touchdown. Of course, as I'm unabashedly rooting for the Eagles, you know the Chiefs are going to win, and by a lot. So, it is what it is. We're here. 10 plays, 80 yards, 5 minutes. I mean, it was just a clinic. Yeah, maybe Byard didn't know necessarily where he needed to be on that one because I was wide open. Milk, what's up, man? Glad you brought your trolling ass back in here. I know you're mad that the Eagles are ahead of you for the 1 seed, but let's be honest. The Niners ain't getting the 1 seed. Eagles, Lions, I don't think the Niners get the 1 seed. You'd literally have to win out. And you really want to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I mean, come on now. What are we doing here? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? All right. As we start running down the week, I want to start with the Thursday night game. We talked a little bit about it during the pregame show with Sterls, which, by the way, maybe I should hit up Sterls tonight. It's such a big game. You need Swift to show up tonight. I love him, man. I always loved him. I wish he would play for one of my teams because I've always thought he was great. I think he's super underrated. Look, man, I want to play the Chiefs. You really want a rematch? Because listen, I root for a team that lost 2 Super Bowls to the same team, and let me tell you, creates a level of hatred that I don't think you're quite ready for. Yeah, all right. I mean, listen, if you want to lose 2 to, Patrick Mahomes, you want to be a footnote in the Patrick Mahomes story, that's fine. Right now, you are a footnote in the Patrick Mahomes story. You're going to be a very big one if you lose to him twice. Oh, yeah. Here comes the 49er gang. Go ahead. 49ers winning it all. Okay, Bengals, Ravens. God, we were just robbed of what was supposed to be a great game. I'm so bummed. I really wanted to watch that game play out. Yeah, what are you guys called, by the way? Isn't it like the Faithful or something like that? 49er Faithful? Like, what's your mafia tag? Like, we're Bills Mafia, Broncos Country, Raider Nation. What's Niners? Um, we were robbed of such a good game. Bengals Ravens there. Hate to see Burrow go down for the year. Some people, yeah, faithful. Some people have said that Burrow was injured before he even went into that game. I would be really interested to know that because him not being on an injury report with all the money that they take in for gambling would be absolutely bonkers. They still got a really good team there. They got a good defense. They've got great wide receivers. Jake Browning, like, how good do you have to be to get those guys into the playoffs is a question I think that's worth asking. If they didn't fall into a hole at the beginning of the year, I'd venture that they could make the playoffs with Jake Browning, but I think they're just a little bit too far out of it, and there's too many good teams in the AFC this year. So I imagine that they're going to fall out of it, but I just don't expect a big drop-off because the rest of that team is still really good. I think they'll still be a tough out. But don't the Lions got to play the Vikings? And with how they are playing, I think they can beat the Lions, and we get the 2nd seed. Yeah, I think you guys are live for the 2nd seed. Lions definitely might lose another one or two, but I just think I think you need the Eagles to lose at least one of these next two games, if not both of them, if you want to think about getting the number one seed. And maybe the Bills beat the Eagles and we get the first. Yeah. Yeah, I mean you better turn into a big Bills fan next week for all the shit you were talking, Milkman. You better be praying on everything holy that the Bills beat the Eagles next week. This was so big pass completion to Devonta Smith last down. Now it's 1st and 10 again. And this was what Sterls and I talked about a little bit yesterday on the pregame show, 9 a.m. Sundays. Make sure you join us for that. But, oh, was that Swift? Yeah. There you go. Nice little run for Swift there. Um, I think the big separator between these two teams is the wide receiver core for the Eagles is just flat elite. And that is, you've got two receivers on that team who are better than Keenan Allen. So, uh, you know, uh, um, so I think this Chiefs defense has played really, really well so far this year, but that is just a lot to contain. You know what I mean? What, Dingleberry? I don't know what you're, what? Hurts with the first down. Here we go, baby. I took Eagles and I bought the field goal. So the Eagles were plus 2.5, and I bought it up to full 3 points. Just Jay, I don't know if you're still here, but anybody else who's in here for the first time, just know that Milkman's just a total troll. Just anything that he can say to try to get a rise out of people, he will. I don't even know like how he survives in his day to day life. So um, anything that you see him say on here, basically just ignore. You know what I mean? uh, Eagles overrated with the best record in the NFL, and the Eagles are overrated. Thanks for coming. What I really think we got to have a talk about. So Bengals, I think fall off, but maybe not as bad as everybody's expecting. I bet they end up around 500, and that might be good enough to have a look at the seventh spot in the playoffs. So it'll be really interesting to see if they drop all the way off, or if Jake Browning can kind of keep them afloat and in the hunt for a playoff spot. Um, Ravens, man, I just don't. I'm not sold on them. I just am not sold on the Ravens. And they're 8-3, and they're probably going to win that division. But that division's pretty good. But I don't know, man. I like Lamar Jackson a lot. I love that they got him a new offensive coordinator. I thought the Greg Roman stuff had gotten stale, but I think losing Mark Andrews is important, man. That's tough. That's a real. That's he's their number one guy. Um, so I just the Ravens got to put up for me, and I know they have so far, but they got to keep doing it. Hell, Denver might make it in. Yes, they are very much alive to get in through the hardest part of their schedule, and they got a 4-game winning streak. That is impressive. The defense is playing really, really well. I don't know if you can continue to count on the turnovers the same way that you're getting them right now, but we'll definitely talk more about the Broncos. They are live for sure. All right, what's our next game here? Steelers Browns. I mean, talking about the AFC North. It's just ugly. It's not good football. I don't think they're good teams, and they're just in it all the time. No, you can't, but still, yeah. I mean, the defense is playing well regardless of the turnovers. The turnovers just do so much for them. The key for the Broncos is they have to figure out how to get in the end zone. Wow, that's interesting. I'm watching the communication between Kelsey that they're showing, and yeah, that is DeAndre Swift's like, change it, and Kelsey's like, fuck you. Jer, are you apologizing to me on Twitch? Come on, man. I mean, I know our relationship has always been that kind of way, but fucking get yourself together, man. And it's YOU apostrophe RE for you are a dick. What, Milkman? What shit are you talking now? Rob actually got a bone to pick with you. The Bills, with to pick with the Bills and how they were taunting the Jets. Um, that's why you love me, Jer. Uh, what about how they were taunting the Jets? You were all up in our pregame show, Milk, talking all kinds of shit about, oh, what happens when the Bills lose this game, blah, 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 blah. How are you going to feel? All this crap, right? Bills are a team that need a little bit of swag right now. Their defense has a ton of injuries, a ton of new guys. They've got to get to believing that they are a championship caliber quality defense. And their offense is absolutely a championship caliber offense, but again, they got to get to believing it. So I don't care. I don't care if they're talking shit. They won 32-6. And that's a Jets team that was talking a whole lot of noise after they beat them week 1. So congrats, you got your win. We got our split. You know, it's a divisional rivalry. They talk shit to each other, whatever. No, they don't, because they might get their butts kicked next. Are you talking about the Bills? Might get their butts kicked next game? Yeah, I mean, listen, the NFL is a week-to-week league, so we'll find out. You know I'll be here for it. I ain't going nowhere, Milk. Feed DeAndre Swift. My boy Dingleberry needs some points here. I was going to say you're rooting for us next week, so, talk as much shit as you want, bro. And then beg me to help you out because you can't get the number 1 seed on your own, you know? He's bailing too quick. Out of the pocket, Jer? Like you said, you're a little bit ahead of me, so I'm probably going to watch that right now. Yeah, you're right. I mean, listen, I don't know that he had to get out of there, but it looked like he had max protect on there. So he probably only had 1 or 2 reads. And when you break the pocket, it's not just breaking the pocket to escape pressure. Sometimes it's breaking the pocket to send the play into scramble mode. You know what I mean? So if he read it and he's like, nothing's working, especially that down that close to the goal line, you break the pocket, you make defenders move, you try to create an opening. You know what I mean? Heck yeah, if you all can't do it, then I'm going to have to ask Dallas, and I don't want to. You might need Dallas to beat him too, boss. I got news for you. There you go. There you go. Get in, Zero. Dingleberry just sitting there hoping, praying for a touchdown. I absolutely think he's an elite running back. I just think that there are a lot of elite running backs in the league. And I think that's why their price got driven down so much because there are just a lot of really good running backs. There you go. Dingleberry, don't root for the enemy. Hey man, he's got fantasy matchup written all over this. And it's been long enough now that he should have seen that he's got a touchdown out of it. I need Swift to outscore Mahomes. You're flat so far? Oh, did he miss it? No, he banked it in. Oh, jeez. That would have sent this thing into a tizzy. Oh, you're ahead? I thought you were behind, Dingleberry. Oh, you're ahead in. I got you. I got you. I got you. You're ahead in your fantasy game. Yeah, the 6 point cushion is going to matter, I think. Unless you get a game from DeAndre Swift, like what was that, the Vikings game that he had like a billion yards, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, or some shit like that. All right, what are we talking about now? Oh, Steelers Browns. Yeah, so Steelers Browns, man. Listen, Dorian Thompson Robinson played really well in the preseason, and I keep going back to that because it shows that he can play at this level. The question is, can he figure it out as we move forward against starting caliber defenses? You know what I mean? And it's going to be super interesting because that team is set up to win right now. So he looks pissed off today, so that's good fighting. I assume you're talking about Swift there. Yeah, I mean, he was fighting with Kelsey before the pre-snap, so that's a win. Yeah, I mean, it's all about if Dorian Thompson Robinson can DTR provide you 200 passing yards a game, not even a touchdown. You know what I mean? Like, can he get you 200 passing yards a game and make the passing game a threat? Because that running game is really good and the defense is really good, and you got to figure out a way to put up 17, 20 points a game, and you're going to have a shot to win a whole lot of them. They have the Broncos this week, and that might be one of the best matchups of the week because it is two teams who don't score a whole lot, and like you are in the thick of the playoff race. Browns in the 5 spot, uh, Broncos in the 10th spot right now, and two teams that absolutely could be there at the end, which means that the head-to-head tiebreaker could come into play. Um, so huge game this week, Broncos and Browns. Um, and the Broncos get it at home. So, wait, is it at home or is it in Cleveland? Now I got to find out. Yeah, at Denver. Okay, yeah. So here in Denver. Oh yeah, there was holding on that play. Wow, that was a pretty blatant hold on the corner there. On the corner of the edge of the defense. Like there's a whole bunch of holding that goes on inside and deep in the lines, but um, that was pretty blatant and it was on the edge, which is crazy that they didn't call it. All right, here we go. 31 seconds left in the first quarter. I don't know. The Eagles' run defense wouldn't be something that I would write home about. I know they're pretty good, but that defense is just very good overall. But I feel like their D line is better at pass rushing than stopping the run. Um, but who knows? I might get told I'm wrong there. Even with the review, they didn't say anything. You can't go back. You can't review a penalty, Jerry. You can't. They can't throw a post mortem flag. All right. I'm gonna take the quarter commercial break with them. We will be right back. I'm going to run some ads to turn off pre-roll, and we will be back for the second quarter. All right, not everybody's back. Some people are still watching the ads, but had a quicker commercial break than we thought. I think maybe they cut out one of the commercials, 30 seconds worth of commercials that they used to run, because I used to run that and get back in time. All right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry that I used to run 3 minutes worth of ads, and it would I'd get back in plenty of time. So interesting that it. I think maybe they killed a commercial break or something. I don't know. We'll see. Um, Jalen Carter is an animal, just so everybody knows. Milkman, get that shit out of here. Don't be talking like that. Don't make me punish you, boy. Ban you for a day or some shit like that. I let you talk a lot of noise in here. Don't be talking f bombs and hoping people get injured and all that shit. All right, good stop by the Eagles. I'm at 14-15 if you're joining in. Hey, you control as much as you want. Don't be a dick about it. All right, let's see if the Eagles can take control of this game a little bit here. Um, like I said, weather doesn't look like it's terrible right now, and I don't know if it's going to get worse or not. But you want to put up points when you can. Is that why you're a dick all the time in here, Milkman? Because you're only a dick when it comes to Bills fans? Because I've heard you be a dick to Tennessee fans and let's see, who else did you talk a bunch of shit to? Vikings fans. Pretty much any fan, actually. I've heard you be a dick to pretty much anybody. So, a Browns Steelers 13-10. Steelers, I didn't know how they were 6-3 to start off with. I imagine the rest of their schedule is difficult. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these NFC North teams that can't score falls off a little bit. But nope, I'm looking at their schedule and it's super easy. At Cincinnati without Joe Burrow, versus Arizona, versus New England, at Indianapolis, versus Cincinnati. Wow, man, at Seattle, at Baltimore. They could, oh, that is crazy. They could win their next 4 games and be 10-3, like without blinking. They could be 11-3 without blinking and then lose to Seattle and Baltimore to end the season. That's crazy. Am I sold as Kenny is the QB of the future of the Steelers? I don't know. I'm really torn about Kenny Pickett. What I do know is that I hate Matt Canada. So I'm going to blame him before I blame Kenny Pickett just naturally. So we'll have to see, man. I need to see him with another offensive coordinator because I think Matt Canada has been trashed for a whole lot of years. And the longer you wait to make that change, the longer to me before you know if Kenny Pickett is a dude or not. So. All right, what's our next game here? Oh, Bears Lions, the choke job of the weekend, and Bears fans ain't even mad about it. I promise you. Yeah, Black Friday game this year. Yeah, take it or leave it. I'll watch football on Black Friday. That's fine with me. I mean, the Dolphins are going to pummel the Jets in that game, right? We all know that. I feel like we all know that. All right, can the Eagles put together another drive here, start rolling a little bit? Hey, it's one of those 2 wide receivers that are better than Keenan Allen. By the way, Dingleberry, I saw on Twitter somebody put up all 10,000 receiving yards that he had. I think it was the Chargers themselves, actually. Put up a video, and they're like, it was like, F it, all 10,000 yards. And the video was like 50 minutes long. So I did not watch the whole thing, but it made me think of you. Why is Boston Scott running the ball? Still haven't won a Super Bowl though, so who are you talking? Who are you trying to talk shit to right now, Milk? Rings matter now, Rob. I mean, okay. All right, good for you. Can we have a discussion about why Boston Scott is running the football? Like we scored a touchdown, so it doesn't matter. Oh, was it Gainwell? Yeah, slammed down pretty hard. AJ Brown sucks. Okay. Does he fumble here? If he does, you're like 2 seconds ahead of me. Oh! What are you calling? What are you calling? Oh, what? So yeah, so he picked it off and slid down, and I think he gets touched as long as he catches it. Does he get touched with a knee down? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, Jer, I'm seeing what you're seeing. But if they called him down, did the whistle blow is really going to be the main thing. And does he rip that ball out? That is, I agree with you, Jer. I agree with you. I think that's Eagles ball. Milkman's just saying that because he's a troll. He's not offering an actual opinion. Yeah, and did they blow the whistle? Because if they blew the whistle, then you're out of luck. My friend who's an Eagles fan is just all caps texting me right now. AJ got that shit. There was no whistle. 100%, bro. 100%. I agree with you. I think that should be Eagles ball. And what does that turn into? A 40-yard gain for them? But we'll see. Bears, Lions. Bears choked that game away. Milk, you got to be crying in your milk about that because Lions had a loss lined up for you. A loss to the Bears would have been very Lionsy to affect their playoff positioning. Instead, now, yeah, I mean, what an incredible way to blow that game. And instead, now Lions go into their Thanksgiving Day game. I think against the Commanders. No, Green Bay. Commanders play the Cowboys, maybe. Um, and then Niners Seahawks, right? After that. Um, so let's look at the rest of their schedule here. 2 games against Minnesota, game against Dallas, game against Denver. I don't know. Looks like there could be a lot of wins on that schedule for the Lions. So that was a freebie that you had that you gave away. You know, the Bears beating them. I don't know. Everybody who's behind them in the standings was rooting for that, and it was a tough one to have the Lions pull out. Conversely, this is what teams have to learn how to do this. Have to learn how to be good. This is one of the things you have to learn. You don't play your best game, you still pull out a win, um, and they did that. So props to them. Wow, Chiefs ball. So he picks it. Oh, the shin. But then his knee bounces again, right? Yeah. Yeah, terrible throw. Third down again. So Eagles D is good, man. AJ is not happy. Get him. Damn. You got to keep getting to him, though. Keep taking hits. You know what I mean? I'm at 10 minutes now. Oof. Oh, Aliza, thank you. How sweet of you. Hi. How are you? How are things? I hope you're wonderful. Thank you so much for the subscription. You the best. Always love those subscribes, gifted subs, likes, follows. But I love more everybody hanging out in here and talking. As she says she's tired and gonna go to bed. Are you gonna go to bed? What time is it? 7 o'clock. You struggling to stay awake? That's why I was looking. I was surprised. Felt like it was a little bit early for bed. Lots of meetings today. I feel that. Everybody trying to get their meetings in before the everybody takes off on Wednesday and doesn't actually do anything. God, I can't. Mahomes to Kelsey, I just can't live with for the rest of my life. Can't do it. Same thing that I talked about last drive for the Eagles. If you can force a field goal opportunity, it's just nothing is a given tonight with the weather, you know? God, Mahomes drives me nuts. I can't stand his helmet. It sits so high on his head. It just drives me freaking crazy. Oof. Is it going to be a 15-yard penalty? No. CEH from the depths. Doesn't his helmet look weird? Like it's not just me, right? It looks like it's not on his head. His bottom chin strap's a mile long. He looks like Kazoo. Isn't that what that alien's called with the big helmet? I don't think it's the neck. I mean, maybe. It just doesn't sit on his head right. Oh, good. A word from KFC. Excellent. What's our next game here? Chargers, Packers. Oh, Chargers are just charging all over the place. And I say every year, and it is true. What happened 10 years ago or 15 years ago does not matter for this year. And yet, it seems like the Chargers do this every freaking year. Lose to the Packers in Lambeau, you drop to 4-6, and in a crowded AFC, I mean, it is going to take a Herculean effort, I think, to crawl over all those teams and get back into the playoff race. Just a game you can't lose. Oh! I was wondering what that F yes was for, Jer. There you go. There you go. That boy is just having a freak out of a night. um, Heck of an interception. Uh, but really a ball that should have never been thrown. So let's have a discussion about Patrick Mahomes no longer being elite. His career is over. And thanks for coming. No, not a great throw, but a good play nonetheless by the DB. Chargers, Packers. So do I think the Packers can get back into it? That's an interesting question. Can the Packers get back into a playoff race here? I'm gonna guess my answer is gonna be no, but let's see. They are currently eighth. Oh, they're only eighth in the NFC, but they are a game and a half out of a playoff spot behind the Minnesota Vikings. That's gonna be tough. I don't think they can win enough games to get back into it. Let's see what their schedule is coming up here. Well, at Detroit, it's probably a loss. Versus Kansas City is probably a loss. At Giants is a win. Tampa Bay is a win. Carolina's a win. Minnesota is probably who you'd be going against for that playoff spot, so that might be a game to have a look at a playoff spot here. They could make a run towards the end and then Chicago. They could make a run towards the end of the season here. You got to steal one either on Thanksgiving versus Detroit or the week after versus Kansas City. But if you can steal one of those games, you're live here with that win as the Packers. That's interesting. Something to keep an eye on. All right, what's next? Dolphins, Raiders. What was going on with the Dolphins yesterday? I believe that the Raiders are a better team. When you're happier, you're better. And I think everybody's a whole lot happier. I've talked to a lot of people who played for Josh McDaniels, and they all wanted to freaking murder him. So I would be hard pressed to believe that they're not all in a better mental state without him being there. Um, and they've reported as much. People like Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams saying, hey, I feel like I'm part of this team now. But a one-score game versus the Dolphins. I mean, Dolphins got to get it together. Yeah, wasn't a great throw. He's got to throw the ball away from the safety there. I think he was cognizant of. I think maybe that was a corner that was on in the left side of the end zone and didn't want to lead him too much, but you got to throw it away from the safety there. Ugh, sack, brutal. Come on, meow. Chris Jones is just an absolute animal. Circles all the way around. Yeah, but Jalen, you got to get the ball out of your hands. Like that was enough time for you to make a decision. Oof. 3rd and 15. Albert Okwuegbunam going to be the savior the Eagles didn't know they needed. It's been a couple years, and Joe Buck still can't say his name. Oh, man. Oof. That's ugly. That was ugly. Kick it and play defense, because yikes. Oh, boy. No, boy. Chiefs taking hold of this game a little bit, but haven't separated on the scoreboard yet. You can feel the big mo, though. So talking Dolphins Raiders, I mean that thing came right down to the wire, and I think that might be the best team that the Dolphins have beat. Denver 5-5 now. Yeah, boy, f the Eagles. I mean, a lot of game left, my man. Denver has turned it around a little bit. Giants, Carolina still trash. A couple wins against New England, garbage. Yeah, that might be their best win of the season. Yep. And they're going to beat the Jets this week, so Dolphins still looking good for that AFC East title, but I just don't believe in them. Every time they've played a good team, they've gotten stomped. I shouldn't say that. They came back against the Chiefs. Third and 7, big play here. Got to get a stop. Oh, did he get you or was there a flinch? He got you. And you're going to get a pass interference there, too. Wow. Yeah, no pass interference there? I'm surprised. He got him offside for sure, but how is this not pass interference? Yeah, I mean, well, that's tough. I would have called that pass interference. Okay, now you're in field goal range if you're the Chiefs. Turn it into 6. Bills not so much what, Milk? God, get to him. Oh, brutal. Absolutely. Get him on the ground, man. 2-minute warning. That's tough. Giants Commanders. Tommy DeVito puts up 31 points and gives them the. Boy, was I wrong about that one on the pregame show. I do not believe in Tommy DeVito. You cannot convince me he's actually good. But this is why the Commanders, man, every year, they've got so much talent on that team. Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin, Brian Robinson. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? And instead, you trade away a couple of your really good defensive linemen and then lose 31-19 to the Giants. Woof. Just brutal. I don't know. I don't have too much to say about that, just other than the Commanders like wake the F up. Cowboys, Panthers, annoyingly on everything. Like, it was the featured radio game. It was the game of the day, blah, blah, blah. It was brutal. Terrible. Cowboys do what they do, beat bad teams, 33-10. Panthers cruising to the number one pick, which they will then hand over to the Chicago Bears because they're so excited that they have Bryce Young. That is ugly all the way around. You know what I mean? Are the Cowboys an actual threat to win the NFC East? That's, I think, maybe the most interesting question. Still have a game versus the Eagles left. It's their home game versus the Eagles. So, you know, they can make up a game there. And Eagles have some tough games left tonight. Game versus the Bills. I just don't know that I think that the Cowboys can hold it together enough to sweep the rest of the season and end up with the NFC East title. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Chiefs offensive line is working right now. Thanks for making the point, Troy, as soon as I said it. Hey, look at that. Taking your timeouts to save yourself some time. What are we doing here? Somebody call Sean McDermott. Let him know. Somebody call Sean Payton. Let him know. Did Michael Malone get tossed? What happened here? Got the Nuggets on a second screen. 106-103 with like 11 seconds left. But maybe Malone got tossed. Yeah, Troy's talking about if they hold them to 3 points, it's a win. And those 3 points are not a given in this weather. You know what I mean? Butker's real solid, but Taylor came in big. Taylor. Jonathan Taylor? Is that who you're talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. Wide open. Nice scheme from Andy Reid. Oh yeah, there you go, Milk. Just like we were talking about. Thank you for the lurk, girl. I appreciate you. Oh yeah, that's that's a great scheme by Andy Reid. And when you give him the bye week, yeah, you know. And I mean, listen, if you're gonna scheme it up to cover anybody, and Travis, that you go banjo coverage there and make sure you cover inside and out. Isn't that what we're doing? like, but no. Travis Kelsey schemed wide open by Andy Reid, scores a touchdown. Uh, Big game this week. Are any of you guys my Ohio State Michigan guys? I don't think so. Um, you finally get the game, which seems like it's the first real game that Michigan's playing this year. Maybe I'll go live for that one too. I think the Nuggets just won, but I didn't see the end. They did. Good. Um, don't forget, like, subscribe, follow. I will be doing the Broncos post game show on this channel on Sunday. Um, See if we can do that for a second time. It worked out okay the first time, but we will not be able to be on our station's channel. So I will throw my channel out there as a place for Broncos fans to congregate after Browns Broncos. Yeah, they cheat and still can't win a playoff game. F Michigan too. Oh, you're talking about Michigan. Um, I mean, the sign stealing thing it just isn't the biggest deal to me, but I get everybody being upset about it. That's fine. Yeah, you could call a pick there. Yeah, I wouldn't have called it either, dude. You have to be running banjo there. Like you have to be able to have the defender switch so you don't have that happen at the goal line. Colorado hype over too soon. Hey man, first of all, I think it's still a successful season for them. If you watched them play last year, they still improved a whole lot. One, two. I 100% agree with everything Dion's saying. You better get him now. You better get him now. Oh, what are you doing? Yeah. Oh, and that was a good blitz concept because everybody felt like they had picked up what they needed to pick up, but they didn't. That's a good concept. And what if they get him again next year? Get who again next year? What you talking about, Milk? Full sentences. He's too cocky, in my opinion. You talking about Prime? Good luck. Don't miss. You're coming at the king. Don't miss. Third and 15. And you got to think about using your timeout after this if you're the Chiefs. Yeah, use your timeout. Yep. 52 seconds, no timeouts. That's another field goal on the board for the Chiefs. That's a brutal end of the half if you're the Eagles. You absolutely have to put up a stop here. They are 10 yards away from field goal range. I mean, that is just. Who had the ball first, too? I think the Chiefs had the ball first. So at least the Eagles get it coming out of half, but brutal. Going over the mistakes for the Eagles, and I think you had this game. I don't want to say in hand. You had control of this game if you were the Eagles. You looked like the better team, and just mistakes, man, making mistakes. Andy Reid off the bye. Should never have bet against it. Really? They just said Fletcher Cox played for Andy Reid in Philly. Yeah, shocking. Wow. Third and 15 here. So now, I mean, how ballsy are you if you're the Eagles? Are you taking your time out here if they run this ball or complete it short? Are you taking your time out and trying to get in field goal range with 30 seconds left about? Damn. Mahomesing. What is he complaining about? What's he complaining about? Wow. What are we doing, guys? I mean, he got back. Yeah, what's the flag for? I don't. You gotta. A big man looks that athletic. You gotta just let it lie. Can't flag that. I'm with you, Mel. God, you have to get to him. Talking about 15, Jer. He always comes to play. Yeah, brutal. You're gonna give up 10 points in the last what minute 40 of this half? Brutal. I was wondering who Chris was. I was like, did somebody block the field goal? What's going on? Yeah, 10 points by KC, but I want to know what, I mean, from 140 on. All right, Eagles got to get it together. No doubt about it. We will take the halftime along with them. Go get yourself a drink, go to the bathroom, get yourself a snack, the whole 9 yards. Uh, and we will roll back here before the second half. Make sure you come hang out, watch the second half with us. We will talk about the rest of the NFL slate as well, and maybe even have Sterls on. He was thinking about hopping in, so hang out, and we will be back in just a little bit. All right, everybody, welcome back. Just texted my Eagles friend, told him to get it together. So hopefully we have a better second half than we did first half. At least if you're rooting for the Eagles. It was actually kind of a blah half either way. That last 2 minutes was all that was interesting if you were a Chiefs fan. But hope we get a good game out of this, no doubt. I think very important here for the Eagles to come out and score on this first drive, even if it's just 3. Um, show that you made some adjustments. I think you've got more talent on offense than they do on defense. If you're the Eagles, so you gotta wake up a little bit. You can't ask your defense to win you this game. You're gonna have to score. So 70 yards on the TVD drive and 8 on the other drives. Yikes. Why are we running the ball with Boston Scott? Can somebody please answer? Yeah. Important to set the tone for the half, man. Sirianni said the same thing. Ugh. 3rd and 7 already. Big 3rd down here. Oof. Wasn't even close. You trying to tip Milkman? Because if so, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Nice punt, but ooh, what a hit. Nice punt, but tough to go 3 and out on that first drive. Yeah. Yeah, Chiefs defense nails right now for sure. All right, Titans, Jaguars. Jaguars win 34-14. Maybe the easiest game to predict on the slate. Let's look at the box score. Let's see what Will Levis did. Shall we? 13 of 17 for 158 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think we can all be over Will Levis now, right? Can we all agree that we're over Will Levis? 13 of 17, 158, and 2 touchdowns. And I think the Titans are officially dead. So that's great news. Derrick Henry, 10 carries, 38 yards. Not going to do it. DeAndre Hopkins, I hope you like your money. 4 catches, 59 yards. Got a TD out of it. Yeah, I think we can officially declare the Titans dead, right? We don't have to entertain that anymore. Jaguars get right after getting pounded by your Niners. Uh, 7-3, and I think likely to end up with one of the top 3 seeds in the AFC. Um, but we'll see how they continue to go. Did Trevor Lawrence pull his head out of his ass? Isn't that what he said? Isn't that what Peterson said? Trevor Lawrence needs to pull his head out. 24 of 32 for 262 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that'll do it. That's good. Calvin Ridley finally with a game. 7 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, 9 targets. That's an effort to get him the ball. I like that. Like that a lot. ETN, 14 carries, 52 yards. Not great. But let's look at the rest of their schedule here. Eagles got to wake up, man. What you doing? Maybe if the football gods say so. You talking about the Titans? The writing off the Titans? I think you can write off the Titans. Oof. That was a hit. Yeah. So I was going to yell flag, and then the flag came in. And so I just said, yeah. But yeah, an obvious holding call there. Yeah. And if you're the Eagles, you need that to be a drive killer. I mean, more than anything else right now, you absolutely need that to be a drive killer. Was it Reddick? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I meant earlier when I said those holds on the edges of the defense, way more apparent. Surprised the Eagles got away with it down by the end zone. Yeah, Kansas City just grading them right now, running the ball. It's 9 yards a carry. What the hell is going on, man? God. And all of a sudden it's 3rd and 2. I mean, come on. What are you doing? Third and 3. I mean, come on. It was 1st and 20. Like, what are you doing? And weren't they the best run defense? Really shows against the Chiefs. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Yeah, Milk. I don't know if it's a good scheme from Andy Reid or just the weather out there or what, but yeah, I think they were. I mean, I think their run defense is real solid. I think the run defense is real good because they get up on people, and the teams end up throwing the ball. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But All right, so let's look at Jacksonville's schedule the rest of the year. At Houston, first Cincinnati, at Cleveland, versus Baltimore. And that's tougher than I thought. At Tampa Bay, versus Carolina, at Tennessee. So if I had to pick them, I'd pick 1, 2, 3, 4, between 4 and 5 wins. That might not be good enough to get them the second seed. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, no doubt, Milk, that last year, when they know you're going to run the ball because you don't have a quarterback to throw it, it's a tough spot to be in. But all right, what's next here? Cardinals, Texans. Cardinals cover, man. And like I said, I feel like this is the team to watch the lines for the rest of the season because Kyler Murray makes them just dangerous enough. And they're 2-9, and they're not going to get any respect. And that's going to lead to them getting big spreads. Milkman saying C.J. Stroud for Rookie of the Year. I feel like that is a lock. He did, however, I think threw 3 picks on Sunday, which, happens. Let's see. 27 of 37 for 366, 2 TDs, 3 INTs. God, who was telling us? Oh, was it Gabs telling us about turnover-worthy plays? Yeah, I mean, C.J. Stroud, you can live with the turnover-worthy plays if you get 300 yards and 2 touchdowns out of him. You know what I mean? What are you doing there, Lane? Now's the time. You want to make this a game. It's going to feel real bleak if you go 3 and out again here. And I think also, you want to talk about Jalen Hurts MVP kind of stuff. These are the moments. Go get yourself a Heisman moment. You know what I mean? It's more than a little bit of pass interference, I feel like. Wow. Troy Aikman dropping a stat. Yet to convert a 3rd down. Swift on the screen pass. Makes a guy miss because he's that good. Tush push. I don't know if you can do it with this grass, can you, in this weather? I love the idea of getting the ball to Swift in the shotgun because you can't do the tush push because of the grass. What are you doing? What is that play call? Like they all know. Oh, that is. Man, that's tough. Yeah, what do you're just dancing back here. Like, hey, we're gonna run the ball. Everybody just get up on the line. Let me give you a second to get up here. Brutal. Kadarius Toney's going to break one of these. Kadarius Toney's getting way too much room on those punt returns. He's going to break one. I'm telling you right now. I think it's time to tell my boy to take a shot. Because it ain't working. All right, what's next on our list here? Oh, Bucks Niners. I didn't get to watch pretty much any of this game, to be honest with you. It just seemed like a real put it in cruise control drive, milkman. What do I need to know here? Felt like they got up. Late touchdown by the Bucks to cover. Appreciate that. But felt like they got up 27-7 and just kind of rode into the sunset. Big game for them this week. You wonder how healthy Geno Smith is going to be. Brock Purdy is good. I don't think he's bad. I'll tell you that. Anybody who says he's bad is a liar. The MVP stuff, that's where I kind of draw the line. But I think he's a good quarterback. Let's see what he did. 21-25 for 333 yards and 3 touchdowns. Better than Allen. Get the fuck out. Dude, Kyle Shanahan would trade Brock Purdy for Josh Allen right now. All right, let's go. Let's have a look here. Josh Allen has Keenan Allen at the top of that list. That's hilarious. I 100% guarantee you. Well, the Eagles' defense is showing up at least. They're down. Got to get off the field. Let's see. Brock Purdy completing 70% of his passes. Josh Allen, 69.6. Touchdowns. Josh Allen has 22. Brock Purdy has 18. Interceptions. We know Josh Allen's leading that. He's got 12. Brock Purdy has 5. Yards. Josh Allen's got 2,875. Brock Purdy's got 2,662. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's played great. No, that does not mean that he's better. What do you think Josh Allen would do with Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey? Are you kidding me? The Bills have the better number 1 wide receiver. Yes. Diggs is better than Deebo. And then literally, I think the Niners have the next 4 best weapons, 5. before you get to, I don't even know who you would pick next. Dalton Kincaid or James Cook, probably. But I would take Debo, Kittle, Ayuk, uh, obviously McCaffrey. That's probably it. So I'd go Diggs first, then those four. He also has a better play caller. That might have changed this last week, but not to the point where they have a better play caller than Kyle Shanahan. So Brock Purdy literally has a better everything around him. So, so Brock Purdy got it done last year? Is that what you're saying? Okay, that's interesting. Especially with the Bills and their playoff history. Their playoff history has nothing to do with anything. You can talk about Allen's playoff history if you want. It's been pretty stellar. So, I don't know. You can tell that you're just a homer and a troll. Let's see. What about all the Super Bowls that they went to and never won? It has zero effect on what's happening right now. Literally doesn't mean a thing. Let's see. In the playoffs, Josh Allen has 2,334 yards, 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a 63% completion percentage. So, what do you want to say about the playoffs? Whatever helps you sleep tonight, baby boy. Whatever helps you sleep tonight. Glad the Niners hit their stride again, though. And I hope that Geno's healthy and that we get a good Thursday night football game on Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll go live for that one. I don't know. We'll see. Jets Bills. Wild Milkman is talking shit. Um, Jets put up 6 points, and it wasn't even that close. I have said that is a good Jet defense. Bills put up 32. And I've been saying all year, you don't want to be the team that they get right against. And the Jets were that team. Remains to be seen now. Can you continue that? But Bills' offense looked good. All right, 7 minutes left in the third here. And Hurts is skipping passes to his wide receivers. Yeah, they're saying they're missing Goddard. I don't think that's wrong, but there's still plenty of talent on that offense. I don't think he was short. You can't run this, though, with the field like it is, can you? Well, they did it. "52 of 57 converting with that play." Little end around for Swift there. There you go, baby. Oof. That looked like it hurt. I mean, you just have to find ways to get the ball in that guy's hands, don't you? He's so good. Oh, that was there for you. Why'd you stop running, AJ? That was not perfect coverage. Yeah, I don't know why he stopped running. If he runs full steam, he catches that in the corner of the end zone. It was a beautiful throw. Oh. 3rd and 5, and I really think you got to be smart here. You need to get a field goal here. Got to make this one score. With the way your defense has been playing, they deserve it. You owe it to them. Big 3rd down. 2, 1. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts. Well, and so when you get them blitzing like that, you know they're in man coverage. Everybody gets their eyes off the quarterback. Two backs turned, and that's what you do, man. And credit to the Eagles' defense has kept them in this. Um, why are you even watching then, Milk? Go spend some time jerking off or something. I don't know. 3-point lead for Kansas City. And the Eagles' defense has been playing great. So see if you can get another stop out of them. No doubt you're going to get a motivated Patrick Mahomes here after you go down and close the gap a little bit. All right, what's our next game here? Seahawks, Rams. Man, I needed the Seahawks to win that game so bad. Um, but Seahawks, Rams. Rams score 10 points in the fourth quarter, including a field goal with plenty of time for the Seahawks to still drive down, and the Seahawks cannot get it done to kick a field goal and win the game. I don't think it should have been that close. Do you know what's funny is I shirked the 1.5 too, of course. I knew it was going to come back and bite me. But when we were doing the pregame show with Sterls, that was, I was like, I don't need the 1.5. I'm just going to take the Seahawks money line. There you go. Merry Christmas. So the 4-6 Rams, the 4-6 Packers, I feel like are still in it. So let's see if I feel like the 4-6 Rams are still in it. Let's see where they are. Standings. Nope, I want playoff. Okay. They are ninth. So game and a half out. Yeah, I mean, they're live for it. Needed to win that to keep it alive, but they are live for it. And with Matt Stafford, you never know. Cup only day to day with the injury, so that's good. Let's see what they got here. At Arizona, Cleveland at home. At Baltimore is tough, but versus Washington, versus New Orleans, at New York. Yeah, man, they can go on a little run here. They've got a window. Can the Rams get hot? What do I do when I have free time? I hang out with you. What the hell do you think we're doing? How much free time do you think I got? Man, I hate the Chiefs. Yeah, but you hate the Chiefs. Don't lie. I know you're rooting for them, but you hate them. Yeah. Again, that hold on the edge is so easy to see. But I will say that's one of the big advantages of Travis Kelsey. Dude can block. First and 20, and you need it to be a drive killer. It almost wasn't last time. You let him get into 3rd and 3. Don't do that again. Uh, Rashid Rice. I'm not necessarily talking glowingly about him, and I'm not necessarily that high on him. Oh, that's a tough call. Show it again. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a hold. I don't know that that's pass interference. Lots of pressure. I shouldn't say that. Lots of guys, not a lot of pressure. Third down again. Get off the field. What are you owing about? Super deep drop from Mahomes, who's just backing up and backing up. Incomplete. Oh, of course there's a flag in the secondary. Okay. Come on now. Gonna give him 2 free sets of downs here. Ugh. Yeah, the Chiefs seem to get all these games at home. All the ones that matter, milk. Throw another penalty flag. Okay, stop me if you've heard this before. Third down, get off the field. All right, third down and 3. Here we go. Oh, and they're running the ball, and it is wide open. Right guy or get you in the right play. They're gonna have to run one more play here before the quarter. Yeah, yeah. Their offensive line's been playing lights out today. Nice play by the D there, and that'll take us to fourth. 3-point game and a shutout quarter for the Eagles defense, which is exactly what they needed. All right. We will take the quarter break with them. We'll be back on the other side. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Big fourth quarter. Big fourth quarter for the NFL. Both leagues, both conferences, I should say. Divisional races. I mean, it's a big quarter. That looked like a hold to me, but okay. Third down. Oh, oh. All right. Uh, last game to talk about Vikings Broncos. The Broncos, I really don't think were very good. So many turnovers, and that's been the story of their last few games. It's just not something that you can count on long term. But you're there. You got back into the playoff race. You got to level after starting 1-5. 4-game win streak. All things that I think are impressive and should be celebrated. Um, Russell Wilson wasn't great, but he did it when you needed to. You know, there were 2 drives that were really important in that game: the last offensive drive and the last defensive drive for the Broncos, and they won both of them. And you win the game that way. 21-20. Here's ugly. 5 field goals. I mean, you just can't do it. You can't get that many turnovers and get field goals on all of them. You really, it's, and they did the same thing versus the Bills too, and it ended up being just enough both times. But that team has to figure out how to finish in the red zone, how to score touchdowns. Because even if just one of those field goals is a touchdown, they're not in the same situation, you know. Vikings, I still think are good. Josh Dobbs is good. Their defense is good, and in a weak NFC, I think they are a pretty good lock to make the playoffs. No, the Bills turned the ball over a whole bunch of times. You even listen to what you're saying, Milkman? Doesn't even make sense. Um, if you watched that game on Monday night and walked away thinking the Broncos were the better team than the Bills, I can't help you. Stop watching football because I can't help you. 3rd and 6. Big play here. Oh, he's short, though. They're going to get tush pushed against them. Yeah, they're going to get tush pushed against them here. Can you stop the play that you run? Did he get it? He did. Submarine in there for a first down. Ugh. Ball. Don't do anything stupid. You got the ball. Also a brutal hold there, but do something about it now. Arrowhead's loud, but this is your moment here. Oh. Oof. Brutal. Yeah. Troy Aikman says they're lucky to still have possession of the ball, and that's right. Just run the ball, man. You've been running the ball like gangbusters all night. You throw 2 screen passes. Get a turnover and throw 2 screen passes. Like, what the hell are you doing? And now you're in 3rd and 10. Just hand the ball right back to him. Milkman, Arrowhead is like Foxborough. Shit just happens. Maybe. Two screens after a turnover on your own in your own end of the field is just brutal. I mean, that is just terrible. I don't know how you call those two plays back to back. And then, Hurts running for his life. Well, at least you killed their drive with that turnover, but you hand them the ball right back. And if you don't want this thing to turn into a late game scramble, you gotta shut them down. At most, a field goal here. Otherwise, this is going to turn into you needing luck and help at the end of the game. Chiefs defense, keep it a minute. Get off the field. 3rd and 9. Big play here. 11 minutes, 3rd and 9. Trying to get a free 5. Blitz comes. Did he get it? Yeah, a great throw and catch if he came down with that. Was he in bounds? Can you stop showing cheerleaders and show the freaking replay? Jesus. Show me his feet. Of course, we're not going to show anybody the feet. Good stop on first. Mahomes is just good, man. What are you going to do? I'm not sure he had 2 feet down. Oh my God, make a tackle. Hey, guess what? 3rd down. And this has been the story of the night, man. Yeah. It was a heck of a play by Mahomes, no doubt. Stare down the gun barrel there and make a beautiful throw to the sideline. Well, you held him to at least a field goal attempt here, so you're live. Yeah, he knew he was going to get smacked. I don't blame him. I probably don't feel good. Oh, catch the football. Oh, he's punting? Get out. Wow. I thought you'd see Butker from there for sure. And so you end up netting 24 yards? 19. Oh, my God, that's brutal. Go for it. You got Patrick Mahomes, net 19 yards. I mean, come on. All right, well, so if you're the Eagles now, this is your shot here. Put together a drive. And if you're the Chiefs, you've let a couple opportunities slip through your fingers here to really distance yourself. Big drive. Hurts 9 of 15 for 69 yards with a pick. I mean, oof. Huh. And of course, they threw another screen pass. Because, yeah, they're all up in your chili, man. I'm just not crazy about the play calling. Not gonna lie to you. 4 of the last 5 play calls have been screens. 5 of 6. Just keep throwing screens. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that all you do is throw screen passes. Run the football. You've got a fantastic offensive line in terrible weather. Run the ball. What are you doing? There's Devonta Smith for you. Milk. 5 catches, 58 yards. It's not nothing. Oh, Guess who? Guess who? Get right up there and tush push. Don't even let him breathe. Don't even let him breathe. Yeah, well, you don't want to overthrow that ball, but and last time the Chiefs were offsides when they did it, and I don't think they called it. I think that's what this is. Yeah. Yep. They moved all 22 guys into the end zone there. All right, so I'm trying to look for numbers here. Trying to pull up the numbers. So I've got Eagles +3. And I'll take Chiefs +3.5 now. Try to hit a middle here. It's a small one, but I'll try to hit it. At least I know I'm not taking an L tonight, which makes me feel good. But I'll take Eagles so I had Eagles +3 and then Chiefs +3.5. So a little 6-point middle there. Which means, how do I want this to work? I want the Chiefs to tie it with a field goal. No, because they'd be down by one. So I mean, if they took a field goal, that'd be great. But so I need Eagles to score a touchdown or score a field goal. I don't know. It's breaking my brain. I need Eagles to kick a field goal, Chiefs to tie it, Eagles to win with a field goal. Yeah, that's my game script. Well, I mean, so let's give a little bit of props to the tush push here. And I was mad at the play calling. It got better as that drive went on, but I mean, it moved all 22 players into the end zone there. It's fucking crazy. All right. Well, if you're the Chiefs, you can't help but think about the opportunities you let slip. You got 2 red zone turnovers that you gave up. Um, and then punted from the 39. Brutal. Ban that play. Why? Why would you ban that play? Uh, so 6 minutes, 20 seconds left. It's probably 2 possessions for each team since both are going to be pressing a little bit here. Everybody's like, I kind of like the in-season tournament thing. I still am not on board. I feel like it's annoying. First lead of the night for the Eagles. I didn't even think about that, but that's right. This defense has played lights out in the second half. There you go. We're talking about it right now. Oh, 3rd and 8. Give me that game script. Give me the Eagles with a stop and drive down and get a field goal. A bad throw. Just give him 5 yards. Come on. Are they making sure he crossed the line? So they're calling it on Creed Humphrey, though, right? They're calling it on the center for twitching, and that's what caused Graham to jump. Not on Taylor, not on Jawan Taylor. It's interesting. Well, 3rd and 12 now. Get him. Oh, nice play. Who was that? 52. Oh, stop it. That changed everything. It was 3rd and 7. Cunningham with a great play. Eagles defense, man. Balling. Let's go. Give me a field goal here. What was that? Give me a field goal here, birds. Touchdown makes it 11, and if the Chiefs score a touchdown, they probably go for 2 there, so that works for me too. Yeah, I think I like that one better. Let's do that. Score here for the Birds is huge. Been held down most of the night, but you have the opportunity to really put it on now. There's only a couple centers in the league that can do that. Mitch Morris is one of them. Jason Kelsey's another. Thirteen to 21 for 148 for Hurts. Take a shot. Yeah. Troy's saying you got the tush push in your back pocket. You know that that's going to work. So on second down, take the shot, bro. And just letting the clock run. Hate this run. Why is that's like the third time they've run it? I hate that play. This like hesitation read handoff. I mean, the fact that they were brothers that played against each other in the Super Bowl is cool, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit too much hype. You're gonna get a hold there, aren't you? So 3 minutes and 13 seconds here. You got two ways that you can handle this. You can try to pick up this first and 20, or just run as much time off as you can. But I don't know that I like doing that with only a 4 point lead. I try to pick it up. I'm not I'm not assuming time is on my side here. So second and 22, I'm still going for it. I'm still trying to pick up the first down. I'm not just burning clock. Nope, they're just burning clock. Called quarterback run. You've gifted Patrick Mahomes desperation. You're up by 4. Field goal does them no good. They know they've got 4 downs. I just don't think. I mean, even if you burn their timeouts, there's so much time left. So I don't know. I don't love it. They're gonna call a screen because they've run a billion of them. Big play. Goes without saying. Third and 23. Oh, they ran a screenplay? No way. Who could have seen that coming? All right, so now 2 minute warning, one timeout, 2 minutes and 56 seconds. And if you're the Eagles, you got to be thinking, we need to make sure that we save ourselves time if we need to drive down for a field goal. You know? What a tackle. Who? Job on the play. That's a hell of a tackle. That's a great tackle. Yeah, that was an excellent tackle. All right. I mean, you really honestly have all kinds of time if you're the Chiefs. It's not really the clock that you need to be worried about here. You run a smart 2 minute drive and you should have plenty of time. 2 minutes, 21 seconds. Down by 4. 3rd and 2. Got to be alert for Patrick Mahomes and his legs here. Oh, wow. Kelsey with a couple bad plays today, man. The fumble, drop. It's uncharacteristic. Can you kick this? Do you have to go here? I guess. Yeah. 4th and 2. I mean, if you turn it over, you limit the amount of time that they can have the ball because they have such a short field. And this is going to take you to the 2 minute. You know, he gets it off. Yeah, and you know Kelsey's going to be the hero after those couple mistakes now. 2 minute warning, but you got a flag. I saw a personal foul. They're going to call roughing the passer. Get the out. Show it. Yeah, that's, I mean, just brutal. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Oh, that is terrible. Oh, my God. Oh, that's bad. All right, I'm going to run a commercial with them. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. That was just an absolute horseshit call. I can't even tell you. He's there in time. He doesn't hit him in the head. He just pushes him to the ground. I mean, everything about that is absolutely awful and could change the game. Milkman says, yeah, I love those kinds of penalties. Yeah, I mean, that's just awful. I mean, so bad. I mean, it's been an ugly game. I don't know that it's been beautiful, but it's been fun at least. Throw another 15-yard penalty. He touched him. That is such garbage. I just listened to the explanation and still don't love it. Got him. Oh, he dropped it. Oh my God. Oh, catch the football. Wow. 3rd and 10. Wipe it clean. You got to fix it now. Oh, that's grounding. He didn't get it back to the line. That's grounding. Throw the flag. He didn't get it back to the line. Yeah, there you go. Finally. Yeah. So 4th and 20 something, and you got to give it a 10-second on that, right? That's got to be a 10-second runoff too. Okay, they're using their last time out. Yep, that's fine. So they're going to be at the 35, 34. God, if this don't feel like the Super Bowl, and for that I mean Chiefs Niners, 4th and 25. Please don't give this up. Eagles see what they're doing, burn a timeout. Man, that is an easy schedule for the Chiefs. Bills by far the toughest game there. And that's not even. There you go. I was waiting for a flag. I mean, you just know. did such a good job. I think they should take next week off. You know what I mean? And Mahomes absolutely lasers it in there. Ugh. Yeah, Milkman. I mean, two two different spots where you should have had catches that at least extend the game, if not give you the lead. Oh, well, listen, the rest of their schedule looked real easy. But I would love to see Patrick Mahomes have to play a road playoff game. Would be nice. Nice change of pace, of course. As always, appreciate you guys for hanging out, jumping in, talking about it, all that stuff. I will probably go live Thanksgiving night. I will probably go live on Black Friday. I might go live on Saturday for the big game. And Sunday, of course, we have the NFL Pregame Show at 9 with Sterling. So I hope to see you guys later in the week. Plenty of football on your Thanksgiving week. And I hope that you can join me here for it. Let's raid you fellas out. Just a couple of us hanging out, but why not? Right. Right. Let's see. Oh, let's raid. Be nice. This is an actual friend of mine. All right. Raiding you out. Hope you have a wonderful night. We'll see you later in the week.